Hello, students. How are you? Hi, Andrea, Naomi, Fer, Luis. Hi, Marcelo. Hello. Thank you for being here with me today. Hi, Naomi. Hi, Jackie, Maria Fernanda. It's raining outside. It's raining in your home. Hi, Monse. I think that we have class on after recess, right? No, more or less. Yes, it is raining a lot. I'm in the school, obviously, and it is raining, and it is raining a lot. So guys, today we are going to talk about the molecule that I have here in the background. Do you know which molecule it is? Can you tell me which molecule it is? Tell me. DNA, yes, that you remember. I'm so proud of you, boys and girls. Yes, it's DNA. Okay, DNA, it's a molecule or heritability, okay? It's the molecule that passed from your parents to you in order to give you the color of your eyes, the type of your hair, and there are amazing things that you can do with DNA, okay? In the past class, we have talked about GMOs. Do you remember that? That we have talked about GMOs. Do you remember what is a GMO? What is a GMO? Tell me in the comments. What is a GMO? Yes, what is it? What is? May I help you? Okay, I'm going to help you about what is a GMO because you must remember this information for today's activity. GMOs, yes, GMOs, it stands for genetically modified organism. Okay, let's break it down word by word. Genetically refers to genes. Okay, yes, the modifications of genes, Maria Fernanda. Genes are made of DNA. Remember, the DNA is all the information that we carry in our cells, and they are packaged in chromosomes, and they have like this amazing way of create all the proteins that we have in our body. Okay, genes are made of DNA, and it's a set of instructions and tell our cells how to grow and how to develop. Okay, the second word that is modified refers that it's a change or a twin has made in the DNA of organism. Okay, we have the word organism, and it can include any plant, any bacteria, any fungi, any animal that you can think of. Okay, there is an organism that is modified in the DNA, and this is not happening in nature. This is not going to happen in nature. Okay, so with this in mind, students, remember GMOs are living beings. Okay, they are living and have the genetic code changed in some way. Okay, while conventional breeding, it's going through the centuries, involves mixing of all the genes into different sources. Okay, and in this way, a GMO is produced. Okay, so guys, in class, I've been talking about genetic engineering. Do you remember what is genetic engineering? Do you remember what is genetic engineering? Tell me, what is genetic engineering? Okay, I'm going to wait for you. Time is passing by. Tell me, what is genetic engineering? You forgot it? Okay, Andrea. Oh no, genetic engineering has been part of our inquiry part. is the process. Genetic engineering is a branch of biology that made this possible. It's the process in which we can take out of a gene or a part of DNA out of a species, and we can put it into another organism, okay? Yes, it's the use of recombinant DNA technology to alter the genetic makeup of organism, okay? So guys, you can tell me, okay teacher, but how we use these microorganisms or how we use the GMOs? For example, bacteria is the organism that is most, the one that has been the most modified, okay? Bacteria has been genetically modified to produce medicines. These medicines can cure diseases, or they can produce a vaccine, okay? That vaccine is going to prevent a disease, okay? A commonly used medicine that comes from a genetically modified source is insulin. Insulin is a protein that we need to take out of the sugar out of our blood and put it inside the cells, okay? And insulin, and like insulin, there are many other options, okay? So insulin is an example of medicine that is produced in bacteria. Bacteria, obviously, in their form, in their natural form, they don't have this insulin protein in their, it's not bodies, but in their cells. They don't have it, but we, throughout genetic engineering and their process, we made these GMOs, okay? There's another example that is very interesting, guys. Okay, I'm going to tell you examples about GMOs so you can get into know them. Okay, another example, it can be agriculture. Okay, is the process to create a GMO. It starts with a very small organism. Okay, a scientist causes genes to be inserted into the DNA in the nucleus of a single cell. The DNA being used for the modification is so small that can be seen under the most powerful microscope. Remember that we are talking about the technological advances and how they can help humankind to have some benefits. Okay, so throughout the microscope we can see those organisms to make and produce something that you desire. Okay, despite how tiny the cell it can be a massive amount of DNA they can carry, okay? And everything, remember, is in the nucleus of a cell, okay? Can you believe, guys, that, for example, the scientists has been trying to help humankind throughout the benefits of genetic engineering, and a process that happened here, it's plants that are resistant to pesticides, okay, that they don't have problem growing up in some conditions. And we have, as an example, the tomato. Okay, tomatoes are the ones that are being modified. Corn is being modified. Soy and beets are usually resistant to bacteria that eat them. Okay, so in the crops, when they modify these species of tomatoes, when they modify these types of corn and soy and bean, they make them this resistance to Bt bacteria, okay? Dozens of GMOs exist and they have been used to our human benefit, for our health, for the animal welfare, and it's been safeguarding the environment for over 30 years, okay? Obviously, there is a lot of information and there's been very controversial the way in which scientists modify the DNA that doesn't happen in nature per se, but it's a way to have benefit for us, okay? So guys, I'm going to tell you an example that you you have never heard about and realize how they were created in the first place. I have a question for you. Do you like cheese or do you eat cheese? Do you like it? Do you like cheese or no? Tell me in the comments. Do you eat? Yes, obviously. Cheese. I think that cheese is one of my favorite foods ever. Yes. Yes, you like it? Okay, that's great, Marcelo. Yes. Well, I'm going to tell you something about cheese. Who doesn't eat cheese or who doesn't want cheese? Okay, so there's a few people that is part of the population that maybe don't eat them or maybe they don't like it, okay? But once upon a time, the veal calf industry was booming, guys. They used to, we as humans we use the calf stomach renate enzymes, and with these enzymes, there are some proteins that are helping to procedures, okay, coagulate the meal into curd. The curd is the substance that is like with another texture that make the cheese, okay? As some concerns for animals, in our concerns for animals welfare groups, we use the veal case fell. We need to find an alternative source of cheese making enzymes. We use now bioengineering chymosyns to protect the welfare of a veal case and to have shift and virtually limited supplies of enzymes. So we don't have to take them out. The genetic engineering made possible to have this enzyme, and we can have all the genes that we want. Another example, and it's an example that I've said before when we start talking about medicine, is insulin, okay? For over 60 years after the discovery that injects insulin and that we discovered that it can treat diabetes, we rely on this insulin purifier from animals, okay? And these animals were pigs and these animals were cattle. Animal insulin works well, okay? We take out of the insulin out of the animal, okay? But it's not the exact match that we have with the human hormone, that is the insulin, and it sometimes can be an adverse reaction, okay? So these people that use insulin out of the animals maybe can have like a like something that was not going well with their body, okay? An adverse reaction, okay? And an example of that adverse reaction was the skin rashes, okay? So in 1978, insulin became the first human proteins to be manufactured by biotechnology, okay? And all the insulin that is manufactured by us is from a GMO bacteria, or a GM bacteria, okay? An organism that has been modified, and they have the gene for insulin of us as humans, and they produce insulin. That is an amazing example of how GMO works. Okay, vaccines, guys. Vaccines are an example of how we can save lives. Okay, humans save lives, bacteria, and genetically modified, they produce the antigens that are like the proteins that are going to work for us and that is going to protect us. And finally, my favorite. This is an amazing project that we are going to talk about more in class, and it's the Golden Rite. This is a great example of improving a non-nutrient dense stem food source that is heavily consumed in a very poor countries like Africa, like Philippines, okay? Over 190 million children are risk for vitamin A deficiency, okay? So they don't have access to the food that they can eat to have like the amount of vitamin E correct in their body. The genes to make vitamin E in golden rice were transferred from a bacterium, and this gene that produced the vitamin A is in the golden rice. It's called golden rice because they have the vitamin E. Okay? So guys, to see if you're understanding the topic about GMOs, we are going to play Kahoot, okay? We are going to play Kahoot, and some of the questions that we are going to find out, I already tell you the response. If you already pay attention to all the presentation and to all the information that I gave you, you can you can be the winner, okay? So we are going to start with the Kahoot. Okay, here is the code. It's 5003527. Okay? Okay, guys, I can see that you're joining the Kahoot. Andrea, Jacqueline, Monse. Yes, it can be with a nickname. Don't worry, Fernanda. Go ahead, Marcelo. Get in the link, Luis Gerardo. Maria Fernanda, get in the link, please. Get in the link, guys. 1 minute because we have to start. Remember that you have recess. Luis, very good, Luis. Andrea, Marcelo, very good. Vani, who's Vani? Is that you, Fer? Is that you? Skyrider? Nice. Let's see. Okay, guys, I think that we have to start because soon you have to go to recess. So we are going to JJ. You can still go in through if you have the code. Okay, genetic engineering. 3, 2, 1. What does genetic engineering change? Protons, genes, electrons. What does this? It's changing the genetic engineering, guys. Okay. So, the 5 of you have it correct. They have genes, they have modifying, and they have changing genes. Very good. Let's see our podium. JJ, I want to know who is JJ. Jacqueline, Vani, Andrea, and Luis Táctico. Okay, let's go for another one. Let's see. What are genes and chromosomes made of? What are gene and chromosome? Oh, this one is so easy. Germ, tissues, DNA, or genes? DNA, yes, remember our favorite molecule of the unit. DNA, let's see if JJ is winning. Yay! JJ, who's JJ? I want to know. Tell me in the comments. You're Bunny. You are Monse. Very good. Jackie, Andrea. Yes, I know Luis. Bunny, Luis, very good. Let's see for another one. I really want to know who is going to win. What does DNA stands for? What does DNA stand for? Deoxyribonucleic acid, deoxyribonucleic acid, deoxyribonucleic acid. Tell me. Tell me. Is it? Okay, blue one, deoxyribonucleic acid. This one, it was tricky. Okay, this one it was tricky. 2 people have it correct. Let's continue. JJ, Luis. Oh, Luis, you're on fire. You say that you have. Very good, Luis. 3 answers correct out of 9. Okay, JJ, Luis, Jacqueline, Andrea, and Van. What is used to cut a gene out of the chromosome? Scalpel, pizza cutter, radiation, or enzymes? What is used to cut out of a gene? Okay, 3. You think the pizza cutter? Come on, this one was, guys. Obviously, are enzymes. Remember that enzymes have different. They have different functions, and one of them is to modify them. Next one. Okay, Jackie. Jackie, you're winning. Very good. Then is Monse, Andrea, Luis, and Fer. Let's continue and see who's going to win. 5. Describe how to cut out jeans. Okay. This one maybe can be tricky for you because we haven't talked about this, but with your logic, you can have it correct. Enzymes are used to cut out DNA, particular places of the DNA. Very good. Most of you have it correct. Very good. I know you're Bunny. Okay, Monse is winning again. Then Luis, Jackie, Andrea, and Fer. Next one, number 6. What is the main advantage of making insulin throughout the means of genetic engineering? And I told you this one. Okay, insulin can be easily grown in large amounts. Insulin can be easily managed. Insulin grows out quickly or it's ethically right. Remember that you can have large amounts of insulin because they are producing bacteria, okay? And it's the protein that we have as human in our DNA. Next one, guys. Okay, let's see. Luis is winning. Then Jackie, Monse, Fer, and Andrea. Okay, we are in the half of the game. Let's go. Quiz. What are the advantages of GM crops? Improves flavor, increase yield, increase profit, or you can be allergic to GM crops. What can be, guys? Think about this. It can be tricky, right? This one, I'm like you. Increase profit and increase yields. Okay, so 5 people have it correct. And let's see who is winning. Okay, you're winning again, Vale. Okay, Vale, Luis, Jackie, Andrea, and Fer. Okay, let's continue with the number 8. What are genetically modified sheep used to make a human protein? What are genetically modified sheep used to make a human protein? Shortage of a protein. Proteins can be made in large amounts. It's cheap. Or proteins can be made to treat ill people. Proteins can be made to treat ill people, okay? So just 2 people have it correct. Let's see. Okay, is Luis, then Vale. Very good, Luis. Jackie, then Fer, and Andrea. And you are the only boy that is playing. So maybe you can win for all the boys in 7th grade. What is a disadvantage to using modifying sheep to create human proteins? What is a disadvantage to using modified sheep to create human proteins? The sheep are kept in bad conditions, the sheep are harmed, people can be allergic to the protein or is restricted to areas where sheep live. All of you have it correct. Oh, let's see the podium. Okay, all of you stay the same. 10. What might GM crops be resistant to? Oh, there's an example. Pests, pesticides, humans, dog, or nuclear blast. This one is pretty easy. Okay, pretty easy. Remember that I told you. Pests. Okay, pesticides. That's the answer. Almost the last one, and this still it's changing. Okay, Luis, you're winning. No, Vale, you're winning. Then Luis, then is Fer, Jacqueline, and Andrea. Almost the last one. Pay attention. What is the advantage of having GM crops resistant to pests? Tastes better, looks nicer, reduce the amount of pesticides in crops, or smells exquisite. Reduce the amount of pesticides in crops. Yes, that's the correct one. Okay, let's see. Okay, pay attention, guys. Vale is winning, then Luis, then Fer, then Andrea, and then Jackie. Let's go for the last one and see who won. Who's going to win? Last one. How are GM crops used to fight deficiencies? They contain extra protein, they contain muted cells, they contain minerals, or they contain extra vitamins. This one, remember the golden rice. Remember the... Guys, oh no, I want to say... Because remember that I told you about the vitamin A deficiency that they can have in Philippines and they can have it in Africa. They contain the extra vitamins in the golden rice. That's an example. And we have the genetic engineering. Okay, fair. Third place. Second one is Luis. And first it is Monse. Yay! You have it, guys. And then in the fourth one, it's Mari and Andrea. Very good. Very good, guys. Yes, you were the only boy here. Okay, so guys, thank you for being with me today. I hope that you have as much fun as I have, and you can start going to the recess. I will see you in class. Bye.